5 easy calisthenic moves everybody can learn. Let's get straight into it. For the exercises I'm going to show you, you do not need any equipment. That means no rings, no parallels, only your own body weight. This video is specifically for beginners, so you do not need any prerequisites. Some moves might be easier for you than for another person and the other way around, but that all depends of course on you and in which positions you feel the most comfortable. If you're new to my channel, my name is Victor and I make fitness science related videos, so check out my feed, maybe you will find something interesting, and subscribe to stay up to date. Number 1. The tuck planche. The tuck planche is one of the basic moves in calisthenics and definitely a must. This move is also a prerequisite for more difficult moves like for example the straddle planche or the full planche. You start in this position with your hands flat on the ground while they are twisted slightly to the side. This will definitely help you if you want to develop this move further. Then you go with your body slightly to the front while you bring your hips and your knees just between the hands, just like that. The next step would be to elevate the hips up while the arms are completely straight at all times, just like that. And that's basically it. If you start feeling more and more comfortable in this position, you can try to bring some variations in that. You go in this position and then you can just straighten one leg and hold this for as long as you can. You can also include some push-ups in this position. So you go up and then you just try to reach the ground with your nose. Alright guys, number 2, the L-sit. For the L-sit, parallels are actually not a bad idea as they will give you a bit extra height. And if you don't have parallels, you can simply take some books. The L-sit is an amazing exercise which will strengthen your arms and especially your core. So you basically start in this position with your legs completely straight. Then you bring your hands close to the hips where also your books are, and then you just try to straighten your arms while you push up with your hips and with your legs from the ground, just like that. From this position here, you can also do many variations. You can, for example, do the swimmer here, you can bring your hips and your legs up, or you can just make circles. If the L-sit position is a bit too difficult for you with straight legs, try to bring the legs and the knees close to the body. Just like that. This will be definitely a bit easier. But as soon as you can hold this position, try to stretch at least one of the legs. And if you feel already comfortable in the L-sit position with the books or with the parallels, you can just leave them away. This is of course the most difficult as you do not have any real height where you can push away from. You can of course go on your fingers instead of your palms, so you will gain some extra height, but I'm not sure if I would really recommend that. Number 3 is the handstand. I will not go too much into details here as I made another video about the 5 most common handstand mistakes and how to fix them. If you want to learn that, check the link above. And if you want to learn handstand push-ups, check my feed. Many people think that they cannot learn a handstand anymore because they are too old or that a handstand is only learnable in the younger years, but this is absolutely not true. I for myself did my first handstand attempt as I was 17, I think. Learning a handstand is doable for everybody, and I would even say it's pretty easy and very much overestimated. What I love about the handstand is that you can learn it in a very structured way. Let me show you what I mean. You first of all start with your hands flat on the ground while you elevate yourself up. Then you take one leg and bring it up and try to hold this position longer and longer. Why most people fail to do the handstand is because they do not have the right arm position. You have to have your arms completely straight at all times, while your hands must be flat on the ground. And you must balance at the highest point with your fingers. But as this might be a bit scary in the beginning, you should maybe do it next to a wall. you almost lean against the wall, then you elevate one leg and then you simply jump up. From this position, you just bring your legs a bit away from the wall so that you have the balance completely on your fingers. From the handstand, you can do many fancy things, and that's what I really like about it. You can just, for example, go up and then you can do push-ups. If you want, you can go down into the elbow lever. You can just do breakdance transitions. You can more or less do whatever you want. And that's basically it. It's really not a difficult thing. You should just practice it a bit until it gets natural, and it will be no problem at all. The fourth move is the elbow lever. This move is actually very similar to another move we have in breakdancing called turtle freeze. And if you're more interested in 5 easy breakdance moves, check the link above. When doing the elbow lever, you have to be completely straight with your whole body. You start in this cobra-like position with your hands facing to the side. That's very important, and that will prevent wrist injuries. The crucial point in this move is the arm position and where you have your elbows. You should bring your body towards your elbows so that you're basically lying on them. So you should have your arms more or less here, while your hands face to the side. And then you just put the center of your body at the hip region, a bit above that, onto your elbows, and then you just elevate from the ground. And then you balance this. If this is a bit too difficult, you can also start on one arm. And I know it sounds a bit weird because it's just one arm, but it's definitely, in my opinion, much easier if you start in this turtle freeze position, where you put just one elbow into your stomach while you go on your head, and then you just elevate the legs. The next and much more difficult step would be not to lean with the body on your arms at all. That means instead of going on your elbows, you just go directly through them and elevate yourself. And the last move for today is the tucked dragon flag. As doing a regular dragon flag is really a difficult thing, the tucked dragon flag is the easier version, while it is still a great exercise which will train your core and your abs and also your back. You need to have a certain object behind you which you can hold on to. So I put my hands close together while I roll up and hold this position. This is very easy, everybody will be able to do that. But now the difficult thing is to straighten your body. You must straighten your body but not your legs, and try to bring your hips and your shoulders and your whole back in one line, just like that. Wrong, right. And from this position, you just go slightly downwards and up. I'm also pretty sure that you will be able to hold the dragon flag with one leg straight. That means you roll up, straighten one leg, and then you just go down. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching. If you liked it, don't forget to click on the subscribe button for further tutorials. Stay healthy and see you next time.